Hey, we are back with another tier list. This time, I'm going to feature Estelle on my community poll that I posted. Not many votes, but still got some. It was a 50-50 tie between her and Juliet. So what I was figuring, I'm going to do both. Both will be released and both will be enjoyed, hopefully. So let's get right down to it. I'm going to start with the bottom and work my way up, because that's how everything should be. I will talk about the gears though. I am an avid fan of tumblers, fan braces if they tend to have more brawlers than you. Like if they're going to throw down like double brawlers, you can kind of use this to kind of edge out. But my main go-to, I'd say, would be magnetic souls. It allows you to kind of play around midfield, like keep your distance if you need to. You'll pretty much always have that movement speed. So in case you get like a clear break, you can make use out of that, and just generally more useful, I think. Pummelers, yeah, you can probably punish somebody, especially if you yourself have a brawler on your team. Estelle is very good at helping out brawlers, really strong. And that's kind of what I play with her too. You know, you're a good sniper. You're the sniper queen after all, so what she does. She controls the core. Just really solid range character. So we'll start off by throwing all the sparkles in. I don't consider sparkles too much of a pick in most cases, as well as I'm going to throw the orbs in there. Orbs, you play more of like a supporty role. You'll get a lot of your cooldowns, which is very good. You'll be very speedy, but you get KO'd, you'll lose them all. So play with that information as you will. And yeah. So if you want to support, try the orbs. Don't bother with sparks. I don't see a reason why you should. And then this brings us to the useless category, which is all the creationist stuff. The monumentalist, creationist, and I'm missing one. Where it is? Where the hell is it? Castellan. Yeah, Castellan. She doesn't apply buffs. She doesn't create anything. None of these affect her in any way. Moving on. And this is a forward build. I will talk about a goalie build for her as well. So I'm going to throw quick strike in there and with a couple other build different, bulk up, big fish, and peak performance. So stealth doesn't generally have high stagger, not like high stagger. She probably is okay, but not great. And she doesn't super really benefit from size, which is why like anything that would increase your size and increase your stagger doesn't really hold well. Like, it's all right. And that's why also peak performance is lumped in there. You have to have higher stagger to really get use out of it, which is not her cup of tea. Quick strike, he doesn't tend to go with those core 50-50 battles with anybody. Quick strike would help her win it, which is why it's probably the best item here, or best awakening here. But I wouldn't put it very high on the list, just for that reason alone. There is a little bit better items, but well, there's a lot of better items. Let's be fair. There's a lot of awakenings to still cover, and I think that covers the D tier. Like that, those are some like last kind of pick choices. Like, I do love quick strike, but it's just not her bread and butter. Okay, well, go to the C tier, which is all right stuff. Stacks on stacks. Just for that more movement speed. Once you get it going, it does reset between sets, so just be aware of that. Perfect form and tempo swing. Perfect form, pretty good, but again, she's not like a multi-hitter. Like she doesn't reliably hit multiple times and tries to get into those battles. No, she usually takes her couple shots, plays it forward, and tries to stuff it in. So she doesn't get a lot of hits that gives that cooldown reduction its true value. And tempo swing is just an alright damage increase with some survivability behind it. It's okay. 5% healing and damage. It's alright. Simple enough with that one. I will throw in brawler gear right now. Obviously, you have brawlers against you. They're gonna probably try to punish you when you're trying to get into a good position, which is fair. So I definitely would recommend taking either one. Stoppable does shut down pretty good. It does unstoppable things, as long as you're not staggered, that is. Staggered, it's useless, but until then, it's fucking great. Stagger Swinger, again, still really good. You did get a little nerf recently, but it's still really good. It'll keep you going fucking permanently, pretty much. You might get your stagger broken, but you'll recover so fast it won't matter. Okay, so let's head up into B tier. Prize Fighter. Heavy impact. There you are. Adrenaline Rush. Blast Cannon. Extra special? Yeah. I think specialized training's here as well. And Hotshot. I want to have Hotshot up there. Alright, let's talk about these individually. Prize Fighter. You can do some pretty mean damage. I don't know if you guys played Estelle much. She has a deadly blink combo, so it's similar, like kind of like not similar enough to Juliet, but like she can blink hit and do her primary right away, and if you're close enough to the side, you're gonna die. She does a lot of damage. So Prize Fighter will get you your kills because you can kind of snipe here and there, and it'll be fantastic. And you'll get stacks and more power, more fucking core pushing, Makes your shots that much harder, that much faster to deal with. Here you go. You're gonna get going. Too bad I don't think you can pick that right now. So next is Heavy Impact. Heavy Impact is really good because she hits a lot of AoE. A lot of her abilities are big AoE, except for her blink. That's fine. Your laser shot can light up multiple hits, so you can hit the core and the person more often than not. And that's gonna reduce her cooldowns, and it's gonna give you some good value and some good damage. Simple enough. Adrenaline Rush, again, if you're aiming for those kills, which I usually do with a lot of strikers. I'm KO centric, I'm KO positive. I like to brawl, I like to throw down, and I like them to not have a striker on the field. Maybe two of them if we're lucky. Adrenaline Rush is really good for that too. Gives you just a flat reduction on all your stuff, and it's just all around good. I think I would put Adrenaline Rush B tier and above for everyone. It's a great item. Blast Cannon's a little iffy. Like I like it if I'm not being pressured. It gives you a lot of speed, a lot of mobility, and a lot more power behind it. But as soon as you get hit, it will rack up again fast enough. But hey, you can probably dance around a lot of shit with Estelle, so tread carefully with it, but it is still pretty good compared to a lot of other things like lower on the list. Extra special and specialized trainings. Extra special, like, again, I don't think I'd have it lower than B ever. It's good on everyone. Everyone likes having their ults immediately and a reduced cooldown for specials. I always say ultimate now. I might as well say ultimate. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Your best, like your general ultimate ability on any striker special is always good to have more of. And that's why specialized training is also up there. Like, there's never a bad time to make your special hit harder. And that's exactly what it does. And it's really good. Both are pretty good together, but whatever. And Hotshot. Hotshot's used very good at controlling the core, as well as just generally hitting with her abilities a lot against the core. So making that hit harder and giving cooldown reduction on that is very, very good. You'll be getting your laser back, you'll be getting your blink back, because hopefully you're hitting the core with your blink and maybe pressuring the goalie a little bit with that. Hopefully. But generally, she does a lot of her abilities will end up hitting the core, as well as another striker on the field. So you'll usually get good value out of Hotshot. And this is one time where I will say Hotshot is very good. I'm not a fan of it usually, but this is the case where I think it works for her. All right, going up to the A tier. But first, I'd like to say thank you for all my subscribers and all the views that I've been getting on these. I know it's not, you know, too much of a big deal. I'm still a little guy in a big ocean of content, but I really want to get these tier lists done. I've been working my ass off. I'm exhausted every day when I come home from work. You know, I do work. Believe it or not, I can't just, you know, sit here making tier lists. I wish I could just get it done and mosey on, but again, I just want to say thank you guys for, you know, just checking my stuff out. Gonna keep doing more content. I want to get these tier lists done. I'll keep them up to date with like new characters, obviously, but I do want to get these done out there and go on to other things with this game. I want to spend some more quality time with some competitive, despite how bad that could be. But I really want to push myself and see where I can actually go this season. I want to test my limits and see where I go. So again, thank you for your patience, but I will be crushing these in the weeks to come. Hopefully be done with tier list by the end of next week. All right, that being said, let's go to the A tier. We're getting to some really neat stuff here. So let's throw up wind drive, some missile propulsion, Deadeye, rapid fire, chrono boost, 1-2 punch, super surge, and aerial. Aerial, I'd say, goes a little bit ahead. Maybe something like that. Okay, roughly in these orders. All right, so it's very apparent what these are some of the items that make her the strongest. Let's start with the back row though. Chrono Boost is just there to extend her range for her blink, which is going to be ridiculous once you get one of these items. If you have multiples like Super Surge or Aerial, which I recommend those over Chrono Boost. But her having that crazy mobility just from getting one is ridiculous. Absolutely absurd how far you can blink, and that allows you to apply pressure from pretty much anywhere on the map. It's just stupid. 1-2 punch, again, there's a combo where you blink into somebody near the wall and just straight up shoot them and they will fucking die. That just makes it so much easier, and you will see value out of it as well in other ways, like say smashing the core. If you know, blink in, hit the core, the goalie kind of defends it, but then you snipe it right away, that's gonna have a lot more power behind it. It's gonna be much quicker and harder for him to stop. And I just like it. I like 1-2 punch. Too bad you can't pick it right now, but it's still good. Super Surge and Aerial, I'll talk about them both in the same way. Just like Chrono Boost, like giving her more range on her blink is just stupid. Aerial is obviously, I think, the better choice here, just because it increases your range projectiles. So like it'll make your laser and your special have a lot more range, as well as making the range on your blink crazy. So Super Surge is good though. Like once you get her better with her blink and knowing how and when it's gonna, or what it's gonna hit. Super Surge is also very strong, but I think Aerial is just generally better. Rapid fire, obviously, for her primary's her snipe shot. That's how she functions. So having a less of a cooldown, that's fantastic. That's pretty much all I need to say. You're gonna want to laser as much as you can. Rapid fire is gonna help with that. Well, not as much as one of the other items I'm gonna be mentioning, but I think it's still one of the best ones. Deadeye, you got a lot more power behind those longer range shots. So if you have a longer range from anything else, like such as missile propulsion or aerial, Deadeye is going to be much easier to land, and you're going to have a much easier time like doing those crazy snipe shots that have a lot more power behind it. You're going to knock that goalie into his net. You're going to send that core flying with that. Missile propulsion helps with that too. Both are fantastic choices. They're both they're the ranged options, so you're gonna pick them on a ranged character, especially like Estelle for being offense. Like she's got short cooldowns, she's a very strong forward. She's gonna do a lot of different things when she's up there. So both the ranged options in this game will help her out immensely. And the best one I could say is Twin Drive. Having multiple blinks is just absurd. Pair that with anything like Super Surge or Aerial, it's just it's crazy what you can do. You can be from being so far back, like a non-threat, to being immediately in a scoring position. It's nuts. So yeah. Obviously tier list won't always be my thing. I'm trying to not pivot too hard to it, but I do like people having the information out there. I do want to kind of go through I want to go through tier lists so people have access to this information. So yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, like if you think I should change something, if you want. Like I do take recommendations, like say, oh, you should move this here or from this to this, and I'm like, okay, I will play test it more. I do still play regularly, like every day, so I do like to test new things here and there. So yeah, if you got any suggestions, just leave it in the comment section below, and I will definitely check it out. I will always respond to anything. So yeah, I will be that guy for you. All right, let's go to the S tier. Let's get this out of the way. We know it's happening. It's fucking prime time. Arguably, probably one of the best awakenings in the game, period. For everyone. I don't know anyone who wouldn't want that. Primetime's fucking amazing. Now, I know this one could be a little but I love Stinger. Anytime she makes a play, she could easily hit multiple people throughout the set or throughout the entire game and just keep crushing. She will put out so much damage with Stinger that allows your bruiser, your brawler, to get so many more KOs on your behalf, and you'll be helping out the team immensely by having this. I know they could have some better users, but she can still dish it out. She's got the range. Her special can hit so many people, especially if you increase it with like missile propulsion or anything that gives it more range. You'll be hitting everybody. It just shits damage. I love Stinger, but Primetime definitely is your. It's gonna do you a solid. And yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. That covers a good forward Estelle. It gives her what she needs. Like, you got your range stuff, you got some cooldown reductions here, you got blinks. Blinks are usually her priority, or cooldown reduction on her primary, and some damage stuff. So you get the best of both worlds. Now I will quickly shift things around. So let's remove her gear. Probably don't have to worry too much about brawlers as a goalie, but I would still keep Primetime up there, but more so focus on missile propulsion. I think I could probably, it'll be okay. I just gotta shift some stuff around. Missile propulsion and your twin drive. Those are gonna get way more use as a goalie. You'll find yourself ranging a lot more and just trying to be a part of the play. Twin drive helps you with the double blinks. You get periods where you can be super aggressive. Aerial, extra special probably goes higher now. You will be, if you have a little bit of range from like missile propulsion, you'll be able to use your special from much safer distance and still be able to participate in the plays comfortably too. Deadeye moves down a bit. Stacks on stacks. Stacks on stacks for a goalie is actually pretty good. So yeah, rapid fire stays there, and hotshot moves up a bit. You're more so focused on saving the core from going in, so you're gonna be shooting that thing a lot. So hotshot does get pretty good use, and this is where quick strike actually comes up quite a bit. Quick strike, Stinger. Deadeye can fit in here. Deadeye wasn't. And perfect form moves up. Everything else kind of, let's shift that down. So quick strike's a very obvious choice. You want to strike more when you're in a goalie, especially when you get goalie battles. Like, you just want to have that priority over them. Stinger again just makes people pay, so you kind of helping out your team by just kind of shooting people here and there, and it'll just do tons of damage. Same with dead shot. It just gives you more range to work with and more damage to dish out. And this is where you want also your cooldown. So like you're just chipping the core back in or passing it to your teammate, you'll get good use out of it. Sure. Yeah. Okay. C tier. Yeah. Combo swing, specialized training. Guess you maybe don't need heavy impact as much. Yeah, I guess these all kind of. So like you can still dish out some damage with these other ones. Tempo swing probably not as much. You don't need it nearly as much. But these are still damage increases. Glass cannon gives you the more speed, which is good. Prize fighter as well, just buff your damage so you can help out a little bit more. Same thing, same with 1-2 punch. You can still probably get away with doing your blink attack combo if someone's near the board, just like blinking. Just fucking delete them. Yeah, I think this covers most of it. So yeah, heavy impact definitely goes down because you're not really hitting multiple people as much. It's a lot harder to land double hits when you're back in net. Same with the size increase, they're not really helping you out. Same with increasing your stagger for peak performance. It's not worth it. You got other stuff to worry about. And definitely for goalie gear, I would say giving her an extra projectile is always fucking great. And maybe eject button and momentum boots? Maybe momentum boots, just sort of some more speed. She doesn't really need the size, and that's about really it. Eject button, again, if you're comfortable with it, take it, use it. But I think this is a good general guideline for her being goalie. So it's a little like you get a little more projectile, still you're focusing on links, so you can be a little more offensive that way. But it also focuses that a little bit more on speed too, like having stacks on stacks and quick strike. It just like it switches it up a bit, but it's still very similar to how she plays forward, with more range focused and more secondary focused awakenings. Yeah, pretty sure that covers Estelle. I have some good footage that I can kind of show, so here's just some raw footage of a quick game that I played recently. It was the one with missile propulsion and Primetime, so I got a lot of fun use out of that. Just wanted to say thanks for being patient. I've been working a little too much lately, so I got a little behind with my videos, but I plan to release more throughout the week. And yeah, so thank you for checking me out. Thank you for watching, and take care. Like and subscribe. What?